What's going on, everyone? D. Anthony here with Evolution Traders. Today, we're going to talk about the price action that was very choppy. Okay, so we were within inside 100-point range essentially until almost the end of the day. You know, after lunchtime, we really came out of that and we had an extended flush. Now, there was a few things that I was looking at. I wish I would have, taken part in the downside move that you see here, right? This downside move, I didn't really take that much part in it. I passed one evaluation with Apex, but I was already locked out of my two XFA accounts that I was trading today with Top Step. So I didn't catch any of that on any, real cash. I made some money early in the morning, and then I lost one trade. I managed it very tightly, but I cut it at like $80 loss on one micro just because it wasn't going in the fashion, in the manner that I wanted it to go. Again, for me, typically when I'm looking for 5 to 10 points, let's just call it sub 10 point take profits, I want to get that price target filled, in less than a minute, realistically, but under 2 minutes is the sweet spot. So if I see something that's kind of chopping around and we're at a minute 10, minute 15, and it's not going like right away, I need to get out of that trade. But we were able to kind of make some cash there. We made about $250 times 2 accounts. Nothing, nothing to really write home about. But again, on a day, on a morning, on a morning like today, if you walked away green, $10, pat yourself on the back, because I could have seen how a lot of people easily got chopped up. Now, if you're a range trader, this was, fantastic for the better half of the morning. Every time we kind of got down into this opening range down here, you can see 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, we kind of got these little, grindy bounces back up where you could have essentially used like a previous low wick as a stop, a previous low wick as a stop, a previous low wick as a stop. But that's extremely hard to do. That's got to be your trading style. I don't do too well in rangy markets because my whole strategy is built on catching the start of a short-term trend. So if there's no real trend, like if we're not trending higher or we're not trending lower on the day, there's no real start to any of that trend. It's just kind of going back and forth. So it doesn't really do well. If you look at the first 20 SMA play that set up off the open, it was a short position. The entry price on this position was 201.07, and when we confirmed, we went down to 20100. So a quick 7 points here. Now, to start the day, I've been kind of ignoring the first setup of the day, and the reason being is because the ranges are very big. Okay, off the open, you're looking at ranges 50 points. Ranges of 46 points. I mean, that's a lot, especially when I'm using kind of a sub 20 point stop loss. It can tend to chop around on a 5-minute bar, get me out of the trade, and then still, fill that price target of sub 10 points. So it's very difficult. I kind of wait for like that second, third setup of the day going into closer to the 30-minute opening range. Now, the next setup that really, took place that confirmed was here at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That high price was 20,142.25, and it ran all the way up to 20,151. So I was able to kind of catch that move there on a quick scalp. And if you were really looking for a lot more on that first push, it pulled back and it would have stopped you out. Okay, so the next setup that we really got was another long position at 10:10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that price went to 201. That price of entry was 201.53, and that confirmed all the way up to 201.77. Now, it was here where things started to get very choppy about an hour after the bell, because we ran into this 200-day moving average once. We kind of put in a high. We pulled back to the 20, which provided a good bounce opportunity. Again, if you're looking for bounces off of moving averages, this would have been a nice little bounce here once we reclaimed the 20-period moving average. But then you see it got rejected again off the 200, came down to the 50, got rejected again off the 200, came down, lost the 50, got rejected again. So essentially all day we were just putting in these lower highs. Now, obviously, when you look back on the chart, the short position was there all along. Okay, so the big short position, but a lot of us were looking for the bounce and breakout. Now, again, that's where traders are going to tend to get chopped up. So on a day like today, where you kind of see that the market is ranging and it's chopping back and forth, your best bet is to either sit on your hands and wait for a bigger level to confirm, okay, do nothing, or not trade at all, come back tomorrow. Okay, those are your only two options. If you're going to sit there and you're going to try to dictate where the price is going to potentially break before it breaks, you're going to have a tough time. Now, it was later on in the day, okay, later on in the day, someone in my Discord in Evolution Traders, they asked me, you know, do I think that it's a good short opportunity when we were kind of like, you know, in this range here, when we started to bounce or something like this. It was right around this time of, you know, or was it? No, it was here actually. It was right around like after lunch, maybe about 1 o'clock or so. But the thing was, is what I wanted to see when we were trading down here, I'm going to put this line here. When we were trading down here in this range, yeah, there was a good short opportunity here. But at this point, I didn't want to be a part of a short that potentially was going to get bounced and just make this higher low and scream into the close. What I wanted to do is, at that point, was what I told the guys in Evolution Traders. We've got to break down 20,088. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That was the opening 5-minute range. That was a low, or excuse me, the opening 30-minute low, the opening range of the 30-minute candle. We needed to lose that, okay? And you can see here when that happened at 1:30. Once we lost that, I mean, not only did we lose it, but we lost it quickly, violently. Again, I know a lot of my traders and Evolution Traders took it for 10 points. Again, it went down a lot more than 10 points. But when you're getting a day like today where, you know, things are not even really panning out for 10 points or 12 points, it's kind of hard to assume that just because we're losing the low of day now, that it's going to just continue to run. But again, it was a fantastic opportunity. This was the trade that I passed an evaluation on. Very aggressive size, held it until the darn thing, you know, was able to pass, and that was it. Because at this time, I'm locked out of my XFA, so I couldn't trade them if I wanted to. Would have loved to trade them. If you found it a little difficult today, hey, you're not the only one. You know, I was finding it extremely difficult. To be honest, one of the main reasons why I probably didn't chop away those early profits, I had to take my son to the dentist. That appointment took around an hour, and then we went to go grab some coffee after that, and then I came back home. So all in all, between the time I left and the time I came back was about an hour and 45 minutes. And realistically speaking, I can be the first to tell you that if I was probably sitting here earlier in the day, you know, and I did not have to attend to those errands, I probably would have been looking for longs when I should have been looking for shorts, and looking for shorts when I should have been looking for longs. So again, if you did manage to scrape away some cash today, you know, kudos to you. Come back, let's do it tomorrow. Hopefully we get some better price action. Again, we did sell off into the close here, but you know, it is what it is. With that being said, make sure you guys are protecting your capital. That's number one. Make sure you guys are protecting your position sizing. Just kind of based on how today's price action was trading, I think tomorrow is going to be the 8th of October. I'm going to go to a 5-point take profit. Okay, I'm back on the 5-point take profit until I see things better fit. I'll take the smaller profits, but I'll look for a little bit of a higher win rate consistency. Again, you know, luckily able to catch those trades early in the day kind of gave me a little bit of reassurance that, hey, just say, hey, you know, relax a little bit here. I don't need to catch every single move. Today might not be the opportunity where I'm going to make a ton of money. However, this move here was the one, right? Again, my hands were tied at this point. There was nothing I can do, right, besides trade evaluations, which is fine, it's cool and all, but you know, again, there's no real incentive to, even if you pass the evaluation, there's no real incentive. I wish it would have been on, you know, funded capital here. That way the payout could be a little bit bigger there on Top Step, but hey, it is what it is, right? Again, tomorrow's going to be another day. We come back in, we do it all again over tomorrow. I'll see all of you guys on the next video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you guys need Apex accounts, those accounts are still 80% off. The link is down in the description box below. You can just use the generic code of SAVE80. You'll get that 80% discount. Also, if you're looking to join Evolution Traders, that link is also down in the description box below. I'll see you guys all in the next video.